Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. Quick disclaimer: um, I'm not, I love both brands here, but we're all entitled to our opinions. If you don't like, my opinion on certain things, that's fine. Just trying to share some thoughts and insights, and again, like I always say, um, we all are viewing life through different lenses. Um, so I have not seen a video comparing these two brands. Never thought I'd see the day where I would compare a McFarlane to a SH Figuarts, but here we are. And yeah, let's talk about it. You know, SH Figuarts, legendary brand, you know, uh, amazing work. Um, the I would say the more popular brand. Um, you know, but McFarlane coming a long way here. Um, and he's adapting. He has made changes, and um, you know, he's come a long way. He's definitely have come a long way, and this is where we are today, which I never thought would happen. But this is just a comparison video here. So, two figures, same character. Um, the left is the McFarlane brand, the right is the SH Figuarts brand. And we're just gonna, make some comparisons, and, which one would you buy at the end? After making all these comparisons, which one would you buy? Which one are you interested in? If you are interested in it, um, you know. So, um, let's start with the cost here. Let's just start with the cost. Um, the McFarlane figure, um, I think it's retailing at like $26.99 on the McFarlane store and other websites. Um, and all his figures are 7 inch. Um, so and to be fair, I could have. Now, speaking of the price, there is a deluxe version of this Superman figure with crypto, some face plates. Um, so I didn't choose to include that because it would kind of it would just create a tilt right away. So I didn't want to do that. I kind of wanted to make this a fair battle. um, so you know, $26.99, I believe, for the McFarlane, and SH Figured Superman retailing at $100. Um, so this figure is gonna be at 6.5 inches, still very tall, but not as tall as the McFarlane figure. So, um, you know, uh, the money kind of is a big factor here. You know, even if you absolutely despise McFarlane, like maybe he kicked your dog one day, he was just like, at Comic-Con, and let's just theoretical, but let's just say you went to go say hi, and like maybe he kicked you had your dog, if the dogs were allowed to these conventions, he kicked your dog by accident, and you hated him ever since. And you watched the Superman movie, and you loved the movie, and you wanted to buy a figure, and you know, would you? Would you still not want to buy the McFarlane because of the price? Um, and you know, the price just plays. But basically, my point is the price just plays such a big factor here. You can buy multiples, um, and the thing that does irritate me, like McFarlane pretty much has this in the bag. The one thing that I will say that he kind of messed up on here is that he has a fist hand and an open hand, and I just don't know why he couldn't include another closed hand. Um, that kind of like is kind of weird, but at the price point, you can buy two of these McFarlane Supermans and just take the hand and place it on the one figure and have, one with two closed hands and one with two open hands. It will still be cheaper than the SH Figuarts Superman. So yeah, price, and again, not including the deluxe Superman that does come with the stiff, the crypto that doesn't really have a lot of articulation, but it has a little cape, and crypto was a big part of the movie. Um, so, and you can buy multiple of those over the price point over the SH Figuarts. Now, let's go. So let's go. So let's take a look at the articulation here. You know, the DC Superman does. The McFarlane Superman does have pins in it. So if you're not a fan of the pins, then and you really hate pins on an action figure, then SH Figuarts got you. Pinless, technology. They got that covered. Um, Colors, the McFarlane. I will say that the McFarlane Superman has a more vibrant color scheme. It just looks more vibrant. Um, you know, and the SH Figuarts does look a little bit more dull, but I feel like the movie version colors were a little bit dull. Like the suit just was kind of dull to me. In the movie, just something about it. You know, it was kind of maybe the SH Figuarts might be a little bit more truer to the colors, but the McFarlane version kind of being more vibrant. Um, the cape, so I'm not sure. So the SH Figuarts cape does look wired. You can clearly see that. How the cape bends. It's clear. It's putting my money that cape, the SH Figures cape, is wired. The McFarlane doesn't look like it has a wire, but either way, it is a cloth cape, and he has come a long way from the plastic capes. So this really boosts up the McFarlane Superman, even though it's not wired. It is a cloth cape, and the wire is kind of fun, but like it's more needed on a character like Batman more than Superman, I believe. I mean, depending, on how you want to pose him, but in kind of like this standing or just kind of floating pose, you really don't have to make a dynamic, cape shot. Even in the SH figures, there's not, the cape is not too busy. It's just, like kind of, a little bit flapped in, but it's kind of just hanging down. So the the McFarlane cape kind of looking just, natural, like not too crazy. So we'll give McFarlane points for the cloth cape. He's been doing it for a while, but it really helps to compete with, the other brands. So, um, you know, I guess that was going into colors and accessories there. Um, and, you know, so, is it enough? Is the SH figures enough to make you say, screw McFarlane, I'm getting an SH figures no matter what? Or do you feel like, man, that's DC McFarlane, you know, um, you know, um, I'm pretty sure it has sold out on the internet, but you may be able to find it in stores, um, depending on your area and what's going on with that. So I think it's still findable in the wild. SH figures, they're taking pre-orders, won't drop till January, but if you pre-order now, I'm pretty 99% sure you will have yours as soon as it drops. I mean, they're very good with um, shipping and all that. Um, but yeah, McFarlane coming a long way here. I really believe. I mean, there is things about the McFarlane lines. I'm not gonna go into it that um, kind of irritate me. Um, but I think I, again, you know, the price being the biggest factor of making a decision. And also I will say that the face sculpt on the McFarlane does look a little bit better than the SH figures, which I gotta give SH kind of some minus points on that. Again, it's hard to transfer a face onto a action figure, but looks like McFarlane did it a little bit better on here. Again, these are my opinions. You might feel like the SH Figuarts is a better one and McFarlane sucks or whatever, but yeah, this is definitely McFarlane's, I want to say, strongest fight against SH Figuarts. The pin, it does have pins, and if you hate pins and you hate the McFarlane scheme articulation schematic, that could be what tilts you back into the SH figures. But again, that's a hefty price to pay for pins. So again, don't take any of this personal. Let me know what you think. Take care and have a good one, guys.